flexible workforce has been growing. It's the fastest growing segment of the workforce, and yet, like many other aspects of healthcare, we tend to be a little behind, and so we're kind of looking at the trends in other ways. And so it's like, how do we tap into that movement? How do we tap into those people that are not looking for the 312s in a hospital? And really, that's why I started Matchwell.
Everybody has known you for years. I mean, you are a name in the industry. Most people know you. And so I was introduced to you and you opened my eyes. I mean, I always saw we're an RN in Tennessee goes for $35 an hour. But I was so used to looking at those bill rates through an agency at $70 an hour. I became numb to it. And when you really sit down and think about it, where is that $35 spread going? The entire margin is going directly to the staffing agency.
And we started talking, and it's about, well, what could this look like for Signature? What I loved is your innovative mind went straight to, what if we had our own workforce, this flexible workforce for our buildings, and it was powered by Matchwell. The best way to eliminate agency is to make it where every healthcare organization can have their own flexible workforce.
Love it.
And especially when it's all powered by the same infrastructure.
Why on earth don't we break down the walls? There's not enough clinicians for us all to have our own cohorts. Let's share. That's the only way that ultimately, outside of just ramping up the number of clinicians that are coming out of school, that's the only way we're going to survive.
One of the things that we started talking about early on was just the challenge of having enough access to clinicians. I mean, what was that looking like at Signature?
Coming from the hospital industry, we had our staffing issues, but nothing like the long-term care industry. I mean, I'm used to 15, 20% turnover, and that being a really bad year, and us having to try to figure out how to solve that equation, and then coming to long-term care and seeing 120%. I mean, it's just, again, it was unlike anything I had ever seen. It is the number one problem in the industry, is staffing.
Most healthcare organizations are spending most of their resources focused on those full-time hires. That's not our thing. Like, we allow conversions at any time with no cost. That's so it's kind of like, but that's the icing on the cake. Our cake is that flexible workforce.
The best thing you can do is go and tell all of your competitors that you're using Matchwell, and you all need to be using Matchwell. That way you can share staff across the continuum.
We are healthcare's very first un-agency. So we're kind of breaking the rules.
I like that.
We're kind of changing how to think about this. So what we bring is not just the infrastructure, but we bring all the experience and the dedicated focus just to building that dedicated workforce. And just imagine, you having all your full-time employees and having all these flex work employees that you can interchange.
Makes a ton of sense.
That's how we solve this problem.
Love it.